All right, look at this thing. This thing is beautiful.
Now, this was actually part of a friendly competition. Let's roll this back to the beginning of the story.
This one right here is Pitmaster T's. This piece right here is Pitmaster J.
Pitmaster J is my son, and he's been involved in many of the videos, including the screwdriver video from 2011, where many of you, thousands of you in fact, learned how to make your first UDS. He's also been involved with the Super 55 project. We've had a lot of fun. So what we did is we had a competition. Now, before we get to that, he, kind of like the tortoise and the hare type of thing, he prepped the whole thing the night before and marinated this thing. And me, I just woke up in the morning and tried to do it, Lockhart style. So that was the competition. So we're going to do a little side-by-side comparison. And remember, if you want to build your own Super 55 drum from a drum kit, just use either of the links in my bio and go straight to the source and put in Pop Daddy's BBQ.
What are you doing, Joey?
I'm making an injection
For what?
for my pork butt.
What's it got in it?
It has apple juice, sugar, salt, and vinegar and hot sauce.
Hey, that was a boogie singer, playing in a rock and roll band. Never had no problems, yeah. Booging down on one night stand. Put everything around me, yeah. I gotta start to feel it so low. I decided quickly, yes I did, to disco down and check out the show. Yes, they were dancing and singing and moving to the grooving, and just when it hit me.
Anything extra you doing?
Since we let this sit all night in a wrap, I'm gonna put more spices on it.
Okay.
And I'm gonna put on the exposed side.
All right, so is that the same rub from last night?
No, I didn't use this one last night, but
Yeah.
this time I'm using Hottie for a little heat on it.
Oh, okay. So it's by only rubs, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And mine's been just sitting around since this morning. So I'm going to put the last bit right
Put your meat
here of this Lockhart rub.
Bend these tabs up. It's there. Here. Up. Okay. Goodbye. Good night.
Okay, Joey, we're on our way. We're going to do a slow smoke because we're going to go to church just for this first couple of hours, and then we're going to pump it up to 300.
Well, like teenagers do, Joey bailed out on me for the rest of the smoke. My wife helped me. But what I'm doing here is I'm spritzing. And normally I don't spritz, and you don't have to on this. But the two different rubs, they form a bark at different intervals. So you'll notice that I'm kind of leaning on the spritzing on one butt more than the other. And I do this twice. The differences between these two rubs caused a real problem the whole smoke because one developed its bark and was ready to wrap long before the other one. This is my treatment for my Lockhart style. So I'm putting the drippings over it. I'm forming a little boat before I pour on some Stubbs marinade, pork marinade, which Harry Sue likes to use. And then, of course, I'm going to lay some butter on it and some turbinado sugar. And I even just because of whimsy, because the spirit moved me, I even decided to put a little bit of tiger sauce on this. And then I wrap it tight and put it in for the wrap. Which brings us back to the beginning of the story, the pork butt, formerly known as Pitmaster J's, that my wife had to finish up for me. Now, the process here is simple and similar. We form a little boat so nothing drips out. She's going to take some of the drippings and put it over it, and then she's going to put on some more of that Stubbs marinade, the pork marinade, lay some butter on it, turbinado sugar, and she uses a little bit of that tiger sauce. She also adds some of my rib glaze, which is kind of a cherry rib glaze. Then she wraps it up for the wrap portion of the smoke. And in case you're wondering, these wraps were about an hour apart. Although we didn't let them cool and rest more than an hour, they both were pull out the bone tender. So here are the results. I'm not sure why, but I sound like Bob Ross, the painter here.
Put it right there. And a third chunk right here.
You can put a little mountain of barbecue pulled pork over here anywhere you want.
Okay. Fine. Get you a good piece there. Oh, this right here is Joey's, right?
This is Joey's.
This is Joey's. This is
My wife made sure that that butt was pulled at precisely 2:05.
Now we're trying Pitmaster cheese. This is the Lockhart stuff.
Lockhart stuff.
I'm having a little trouble swallowing it. That's what happens when you pull a butt at 200 degrees and don't rest it.
Hey, so now you go whisper in his ear what you think. Definitely you're the winner, Joey. Definitely.
Very tender, very moist. Love the sweet and the heat. Excellent job with the injection.
Wanna watch me pull these apart? Ooh, it's still hot.